Hello everyone, how are you? It's Kay. This is the 25th of December 2022 on Sunday. So Merry Christmas to everyone and thanks so much for joining the live stream today. And since this is Christmas, I think there will be much less people in the live. And actually there are not much to say about the markets. Most likely the market will be quiet this week and we have no big news. So I will just give you analysis in the markets and try to see if we see some new trends or not. But if we don't see any big trends, new trends, then I think we can just stay away and come back next year. Okay, I see some comments. Alright, I start to see chat in the comments. Thanks so much for joining everyone. Although this is Christmas, I think you're having some nice time with your family and friends. So, thank you so much for joining today. Okay, good to see you. Alright, let's see who's here. Alright, yes sir. And Tengo, good to see you. Deepak, also good to see you too. Thanks for joining. Alright, Muhammad and SAS, good to see you. And Win, Ted, good to see you. Masmud, good to see you. Eagle, AD, also good to see you. Alright, Video Ads, and Rajesh, thanks for joining too. So yeah, and Chitan, also good to see you. Thanks so much for joining. So yeah, I think today the live stream will be a bit shorter time because again there's not much to say about the markets. But let me switch screen. Okay, and let me switch to the trading view. So today I will do both on the weekly and the daily time frame with Ichimoku and see what's happening in the markets and what potential moves we can expect this week. So I start from the Euro USD as usual, all the way down to the Swiss franc JPY, and then I will do the gold, the XA USD gold and WTI and indices and the Bitcoin and also the news for this week. Okay, alright. I see more and more comments now. Thanks so much for joining. Great to see you. So let's see which one will be the best pairs to monitor and trade. So Euro USD, I'm still waiting for the break of the daily resistance 1.0736. But since the volatilities may be lower and lower this week, it may break next year in January. But this is bullish. And I think the market goes into Kumo, and once the market breaks the weekly Kumo, that will be a big uptrend. So Euro USD for me is bullish. And the next one, Euro AUD, is it broke the resistance and then it has been consolidating last week. So it's above the Kumo on the weekly, so it's bullish. And target is 1.6225. So simply waiting for the breakout of again the daily resistance of 1.5979 and plan to buy afterwards. And Euro JPY, this one is bearish. Weekly price is on the Kijun Sen, and if the market breaks Kijun Sen, that will be bearish. And daily, since there was a big downtrend happened on the 20th of December due to the news from BOJ, I think all the JPY pairs will be bearish, fundamentally speaking. So Euro JPY, let's wait for the support level breakout on 138.80 and look for the setting edge. And Euro Pound is bullish on the daily but in the Kumo, so it may spike. So And weekly shows no trends, so yeah, we may not see any opportunities this week. And Euro CAD is bullish. It broke the Kumo on the weekly, and daily is also bullish since it's above the Kijun Sen and Kumo and Chikou span above candles. So I'm waiting for the break of the new resistance of 1.4593 and plan to buy. So Euro CAD is bullish for me. It may break this week, we will see. And Euro Swiss franc is also, this is range, flat. Weekly flat, it broke the Kijun Sen, but Tenkan Sen still below candles. And daily is range, so most likely it ranges this week. And now moving on to the USD pairs. USD JPY has been bearish. Weekly chart is going back to Kumo. Chikou span break happened, so this is downtrend on the weekly. And the daily is also bearish because it's below the below Tenkan Sen, Kijun Sen, and Chikou span below candles. So my view is downtrend on the USD JPY. So I will tick mark on this one. USD JPY looks like the one of the best pairs to monitor this week. And if I start to see some new trends and good setups, then I will enter trade. I remember last year, I was still taking trades on the 29th, 28th of December because we used to have big trends, but we will see this year. Yeah, if next week all markets are having range, then for sure I will stay away. So next one is a USD CAD. This one has been flat in both daily and the weekly, so I stay away from this one. And USD Swiss franc is downtrend. Weekly broke the Kumo and it's going down. And daily also is below the Kijun Sen, Chikou span below candles. So I'm waiting for the break of the daily support, which is 0.9214. And my scenario is bearish. And the breakout may happen this week, so I will mark the USD Swiss franc also. So next one is the pound base pairs. So pound USD, it's retracing back, broke the daily Kijun Sen, and Chikou span is almost touching, and weekly is in between Kijun Sen and Kumo, and Chikou span touching also. So in this case, in terms of Ichimoku, it's range on both time frames. So in this case, I stay away because most likely the lower time frames will be very spiky. And the spread in the broker may be bigger. So I think the decision should be to stay away. And pound JPY is bearish due to what happened on the BOJ news on the 20th. This one's downtrend. And so it broke the daily Kumo and it turning bearish. Chikou span also below candles. And I think the market goes down to the swing low on the daily time frame, which is 148.57. So if the market breaks the support of over here, support level of 158.53, then I take a sell. So I think pound JPY is also another good pair to monitor because the breakout may happen very soon. And then pound CAD. Pound CAD has been retracing back, so in the lower time frames, this is downtrend, but in the daily still bullish. So what may happen here is that I just ignore the weekly because weekly is in the Kumo, but daily is retracing back, but Kijun Sen is pointing up. In this case, usually the market will be supported by the Kijun Sen and bounce and goes up this way. So my view this week is bullish on pound CAD. So if I see uptrend in the lower time frames, I will monitor and take trades. So pound CAD, I tick mark on this one too. And next one is a pound AUD. This one is range. I was expecting the market breaks the Kumo and the resistance on the weekly 1.8261 area, but it didn't happen and then reversed now. And daily chart broke the Kijun Sen, Chikou span almost touching, so no chance. I think the lower time frames very spiky, and we may not be able to make good profits on this one. Next one is a pound Swiss franc. This one is also flat in both weekly and the daily chart. Daily time frame also in the Kumo, Chikou span touching, so no chance. Now AUD base pairs. AUD USD is also range on the weekly and the daily, both flat, Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span touching on both time frames. Well, technically weekly Chikou span is below the candles, but I think it will touch very soon as it goes sideways. So I simply stay away from this one. And AUD CAD, this one is also range. No new trends. And since this is toward the year end, most likely this one will be quiet. So I will stay away from this one. And AUD JPY, this one is also bearish. Since this is JPY pair, I think the market goes down once it breaks the support support level of the 20s candle support, which is 87.03. Waiting for the breakout and sell. And the Kumo breakout on the weekly may happen, and the market I think will be downtrend. So AUD JPY, I tick mark on this one too. And then AUD Swiss franc, this one is also bearish on the weekly since Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, Chikou span below candles. So I think daily chart will also be bearish. So AUD Swiss franc, I monitor this one too this week. And CAD JPY is about to break the Kumo on the weekly, and daily is below Tenkan Sen, so this is still downtrend. And if the market breaks a daily support of 98.86, it goes down continuously. So yeah, that will be the perfect timing for us to sell. So CAD JPY, I mark also. And CAD Swiss franc, this one is bearish on the weekly and daily retracing, but since the price is below Kijun Sen and Chikou span below candles, this is downtrend still. Sellers are dominant over buyers. So Friday was bullish, but it may turn bearish. So I continue to monitor, and it may break the support of 0.6774. So I will be looking for the selling edge on CAD Swiss franc also this week. And finally, Swiss franc JPY. This one is downtrend on the daily, but range on the weekly because Chikou span touching, and the price is in between Kijun Sen and Kumo. So when I see again, this is another JPY pair. So if the market breaks 141.05, then I look for the selling edge. And then I think the market goes down to the swing support of 137.18 level. So Swiss franc JPY, I tick mark on this one too. So basically overall, I think the JPY pairs will be bearish. So waiting for the major support level breakout. So that is my view on this Forex market. So now let me move on to the commodities. First, let me cover gold, XAU-USD. So XAU-USD, as I have been mentioning, I'm waiting for time to buy at the time of the daily resistance breakout, 1823.94, in which is also the weekly pin bar resistance. So if this happens this week, I take it and keep holding for next year. Still waiting for that break to happen on gold. So yeah, since the breakout may happen this week, I will mark this one also. And the next one is WTI. WTI has been bearish on the weekly, and daily is retracing. Chikou span touch and Kijun Sen is below the candle, so this is now range. So when I see this range market while weekly is down, daily chart might keep ranging unless Chikou span again comes below the candles. So most likely this week will be range. Yeah, when there's a big news ahead, then the direction may change. But since we have no big news this week, since this is year end, this may range. So I think we can come back WTI to trade next year sometime. Okay, and I see one comment about natural gas. So let me check that one too. Okay, natural gas, the price is below the support on the weekly, and it broke the weekly Kumo, and daily is down, so this is downtrend. It's bearish. Yeah, I think I did analysis a couple of days ago, but this is to me bearish. Yeah, so I put down arrow from here, and I expect downtrend is continuous next week and so far next year. I think this market will be downtrend. Okay. Simply Kumo is down, Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen down, Chikou span below candles because the market keeps renewing lower and lower. So this is bearish. Target is going to be 4.331. Okay, so let me move on to index now. So again, thanks so much for joining everyone. Great to see you. And Merry Christmas and Happy New Year ahead. Yeah, thanks so much for joining everyone. Yeah, you may be with your family or friends and watching this live stream. But thanks so much. And the best wishes in 2023. So now let me cover index. And then I will cover Bitcoin. So first Nikkei. So in terms of the index, I will only check the weekly because weekly means weekly way more than the daily on these indices. So Nikkei has been range, and this is called a P wave. It's a P wave. Yeah, lower highs and higher lows. So this is P wave. Okay, so it's range, simply speaking. And Dow Jones is now ranging because it didn't break the resistance of 34,894. So now it's back into the Kumo, and most likely there won't be any directions this week. And S&P, sorry, this is Nasdaq. Nasdaq is also, this one is bearish because if you look at the Chikou span is below candles, and the price below Tenkan Sen. Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, so this is a range technically speaking, but because of these two confirmations, sellers are dominant. So the market may break the support and downtrend. So yeah, if you're willing to buy, you need to wait for at least the Chikou span breaks of the candle and then take buying edge. So far this is bearish, so never buy on this condition. So I will draw the support level of 10442.9. My view is downtrend on this one. So next one is S&P. S&P is range. Unlike Nasdaq, S&P Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and the price is below Kijun Sen, but Chikou span is touching. So this is range. So we can't tell which way it's going this week. But again, Nasdaq is bearish because Chikou span below candles and the price below Tenkan Sen. So it may break support. And Dow Jones is range also because it's in the Kumo. And S&P 500 also in the Kumo. It's and Chikou span touching. So it's range. It's range. Okay, so next one is the Euro Stocks. Euro Stocks is in the Kumo, so simply it's range. Until the market breaks the Kumo again, bullish, it will be range. And FTSE 100 has been ranging too because Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, Chikou span above candles, but it's still very close to the candles. So if you want to buy, you want to wait for the breakout of the resistance of 7613.74, or there is a strong resistance barrier in this area. So unless you see the clear break on this area, it may be spiky or it may be choppy. And CAC France is also in the Kumo and it's back to range. When I saw this breakout of 6583.15 resistance and also the Senko Span B, I thought the market would be, the market may reverse, but it will be supported here and goes up. But then now it's actually back into Kumo. So the market is again now back into range. So we have to wait for the at least Kumo breakout bullish again to buy, or wait for the resistance, new resistance of 6826.85 and look for the buying edge. I put up a row above that resistance now. Okay, so next one is DAX index. German 40 is also having a strong resistance barrier between 14932 and 14711. So this is now ranging. The price is below, in between Kumo Kijun Sen. So this is range. No direction, no trace. So next one is a Nifty chart. So Nifty chart is also, it's going back now. However, weekly shows it's up. If you look at the Kumo, Senko Span A is bullish, and Kijun Sen is also bullish. Chikou Span above candles. So technically speaking, it's bullish, and Kijun Sen will be up for the next couple of weeks. So this is bullish. So although we saw bearish for the last 3 weeks, the market may turn bullish anytime. So that means if you monitor the daily time frame, and if you start to see the bounce and goes up, you can buy, but not with a higher risk. Maybe you can only take a lower risk and then take entry. And as the market goes towards that direction, then you can add more positions along the way and expect the new breakout like this way. So in the weekly time frame, since it's bullish, the market may turn bullish anytime, is my view. So that's a Nifty chart. Okay, and next one is AU200. This one is range. Simply Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, and Chikou Span is touching, so no trend. So again, this one too, when I saw the neckline break of this W bottom, I thought the market would be bullish. I thought the market would be supported by the neckline and goes up, but then now it broke and going back to Kumo. So looks like the market is into range again. Okay, so next one is a Hansen index. Hansen is also range because the price is in between Kumo and Kijun Sen. So in the lower time frames bullish, so my view is bullish and market reaches to the Kumo, but it may take longer. It may take a couple weeks or months to happen. So let me see. So and then let me also check. Bitcoin. Okay, BTC USD. Cryptos BTC USD. So Bitcoin on the weekly is still bearish because it's below the Tenkan Sen and Chikou Span below candles. And if you look at the daily time frame, it's also this is now range. Yeah, this is range because Chikou Span is touching. But since weekly is bearish, the market may go down this way. And Chikou Span breakout may happen, and it may continue to be bearish. Yeah, the previous supports became resistance here. So I can see that the sellers are dominant in the market. So this is not yet the perfect time to buy until you see the breakout of 18,481.45. Until the market reaches that level, there is a thick Kumo barrier here. So once the market goes into Kumo, it tends to spike. Suddenly, it tends to reverse and breaks Kumo, just like in this area. So just be careful on the volatility when the market starts to be in the Kumo. But overall, my view is downtrend on the Bitcoin. Okay. Oh, I see some comments about the gold. So gold I covered already, but I'm still waiting for the breakout of the resistance, 1824.35. And my view is bullish. I think the market will break that resistance anytime, any day. But simply waiting for that to happen and buy. Otherwise, the market will be range or it may retrace a little bit. Okay, so that is my view on these markets. And again, in terms of news, we have no big news since this is year-end after Christmas. Yeah, so here is the website. Hold on, let me just close the ad. Okay, so yeah, Sunday today, Monday 26, the market's holiday, so most likely market will be inactive. Oh, sorry, there's only one speech of BOJ, Mr. Kuroda. So JPY may move on Monday, but I don't think so. I think they will be quiet continuously. And Tuesday 27th, no big news. Wednesday 28th, no big news. Thursday 29th, no big news. And 30th Friday also, no big news. So yeah, most likely the market will be quiet. But again, if you see some new trends, let's say the breakout of the resistance, major resistance and support in Forex and other markets, then I still take trades. But most likely I close my trades before the year end, because sometimes between the last day in December and first day in January, we may see gap in between the candles. So when you see the gap and when the market starts below your stop loss in January, then you take a loss. So to be safer, unless I run more than 50 pips, I will close my trades before the new year and come back on January. So that is my view on these markets. Okay, what about AUD USD? AUD USD, let me see. It's oh, I didn't mark, so this is range, I think. Yeah, daily chart is range, simply waiting for the break of the resistance, 1.6918. And weekly is also range, simply between the Kumo Kijun Sen, so no trends. Okay, Merry Christmas to everyone again. Thanks so much for joining. Although you may be having some nice time with your family and friends, thanks so much for joining live. Okay, so yeah, I think yeah, that's pretty much it from my view on these markets. So usually what I do towards the year end is, again, when I see some new trends, I still take it, because I remember last year I took some trades towards the year end and I made some profits. Or for the last 2 years or 3 years, I have been making some profits. So this year we will see, because the markets are a bit choppy in December and there are some fake outs happening. So same things may happen this week. So if I don't see major breaks, then most likely I stay away and come back in January. So we will see. And towards the year end, or most likely in the beginning of January, I will look back my own trades in the December, and also I will do the my 2022 trading review and performance review. So let's see. Okay, so since there's nothing much to say about the markets, I think that will be it for today. But yeah, thanks so much everyone for joining today also. I wish Happy Christmas and Happy New Year to everyone ahead. And best wishes in 2023 trades. So never give up, continue to improve, and continue to practice, and you should be fine. Okay, so again, thanks so much, and see you in the next one. Until I see you next time, please stay healthy, stay safe, stay gold. Bye for now. またね. Thanks so much.